part two?
I've arranged, I can't. But somebody's got to fight. We must have a just and lasting peace.
Somebody's got to fight. That's what he's saying. Who's that going to be? Is it us? Are we supposed to fight for our freedom? Are we going to lose it? What's really happening in this world? This scene is at the end of the Metallica music video as well.
We've already got ours.
Damn right. See these? 2 arms. You see these? 2 legs. And you see this? 1 girl. What else does anyone want?
Liberty and justice. Liberty and justice. Liberty.
I love you.
You shouldn't have left me, Joe.
I don't understand. I had to make the world safe for the champagne. Merry Christmas. I'm the boss. This is champagne. Merry Christmas.
You're not my boy.
This is champagne.
Where's my boy?
Green.
Where's my little boy?
Green. I'm the boss. This is champagne. Merry Christmas.
Now this is the scene I'm talking about right at the end of the Metallica music video. They're celebrating on Christmas Day something. Now, the woman was just saying that she couldn't find her son, and she said her son was Jesus Christ. Why couldn't she find her son? Because Christmas Day is supposed to be the day that Jesus Christ was born. Why is Jesus not here? Well, because Christianity is dead. That's what this represents. That's what the Metallica music video represents. That's what this is all about, to me.
Goodbye, Joe.
Who was that girl? I really don't know. I was fishing, gabbing by, wriggled into my arms and stayed there. So many young girls these days seem to be hunting for a place in old men's arms.
Now, to me, that represents pedophilia, which has been pretty prevalent this year. This scene is from the music video as well, and what it represents is Joe is a product of the government, not the church.
You could at least tell him to put his faith in God, couldn't you?
I'll pray for him for the rest of my days. But I will not risk testing his faith against your stupidity.
Well, you're a hell of a priest, aren't you?
He's the product of your profession.
Not mine.
So this is the very end of the film. He's laying in his bed in a dark room, and as the camera pans out, you'll notice that only one corner of the headboard is lit up.
It isn't easy, though. Inside me, I'm screaming and yelling and howling like a trapped animal. And nobody pays any attention.
So there we see 2 rectangles, essentially, but what it represents is possibly the Twin Towers. Now, this movie was released in 1971. They broke ground on the Twin Towers in 1966, and they were finished in 1972 and 73, respectively. So, if these are the Twin Towers, they were built with the intent to be destroyed. I'm not making that claim because there's no proof, But why are those two shapes highlighted? You can call that one a reach if you like. That's fine. But the Twin Towers have been, there was a bombing at the towers once in the 90s. And then finally in 2001, they fell. Now, they were a target, obviously, but what does this represent? So now we're back at Union Station in Washington, D.C., and I'm just going to draw real quick. Okay, this is the bottle, the IV bottle from the movie, and then we have 1, 2, 3 lines like the nurse checked off on her checklist. And I'll show you what it's going to right now. So if none of the other stuff scared you, maybe this will. Here we're back at Union Station in Washington, D.C. I've only drawn one line, but there are 3 lines coming down from it, and they go towards the U.S. Capitol. And in the outline, this is what's there. You have the outline of a rabbit with no eyes, a mask on, and no arms and legs. The outline is there. I didn't add anything. And if that's not enough, the buildings beneath it spell out dead. I didn't make any of this up. You can go onto Google Maps right now and look at all this stuff. It's there. Also, I wanted to show you one more thing. The reason that a rabbit is there is because here we have 4 fingers and a thumb. The 4 fingers, which are not connected to the hand, represent the arms and legs of the rabbit, and the tip of the thumb there is the rabbit's nose, since there's a mask over it. You don't have to believe me. You can laugh at it if you like. That's what it means. Now finally, earlier when Joe mentioned the rat being on his chest, this is what he was talking about. He was talking about rats being in the Capitol. I didn't make any of this up. It's right here. It's on the map. It's in the movie. And when they removed something from his forehead around that same time, that could very well have meant removing the Ulysses S. Grant Memorial statue. I don't think they removed that statue, but they have been removing statues. That could be another form of symbolism. So I apologize for my terrible narration. It's not my strong suit, but I had to get this information out there. Some of you may think that this is not supposed to be a rabbit, that it's supposed to be an owl and it's upside down. I know this is a rabbit because Corinne's father, who goes to the restroom and flushes the toilet in the movie, you have to use your ears for that symbolism in the movie. And that's what this here is telling you. And this is where it led me. You don't have to believe any of it, but frankly, this is very scary because this stuff did not happen in 4 years. It didn't happen in 10 years. This has been planned since at least 1971, and probably well before that. What are we dealing with? And what can we do? Please share this video, download it, text it, email it, share the link, do everything you can to get this video out. Because this is proof that this has been happening for far too long. I beg of you, please. This is exactly what follow the white rabbit means. Follow it to its death. So the White Rabbit is in many, many movies. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Alice in Wonderland, The Matrix, and many more. What it meant was pay attention to the symbolism. So they're essentially mocking us. They've been mocking us by putting it in our faces, and we would never suspect it. Why would we? If you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much for staying this long. Please help each other out and share this video. Get the knowledge out there. This is critical. So there you have it. This is the reason for 2020. This movie. It has been planned since 1971, and that's only the release of the movie. They had to plan the movie as well. And they certainly have planned everything else beforehand. So all they had to do was plant Joe B. into the government. He was planted in 1973. And all he had to do was ride out his stay until 2020 to fulfill this symbolism. That is his only role in the government, is to fulfill this symbolism. If you choose to believe that all of this is true. And if it is true, God help us. We have to do something. This is why I'm asking you to flood the world with the truth. Please.